Hello everyone, welcome to the channel's first annual Christmas special. This is going to be a fun and creative story that I hope you enjoy. The Keloqs arrive near Earth and summon three space monsters, King Ghidorah, Space Godzilla, and Gigan. The alien fleet advances, leading the monsters towards Earth. G-Force immediately swings into action and sends Kiryu into space to defend the planet against the Keloq invasion. Kiryu arrives in space and King Ghidorah moves in to engage as Gigan and Space Godzilla slip by and begin to enter Earth's atmosphere. King Ghidorah wraps himself around Kiryu and begins to crush him. Kiryu fires missiles and pushes King Ghidorah off him. King Ghidorah flies after Kiryu. Kiryu gets close to King Ghidorah and fires his twin maser cannons. King Ghidorah fires his gravity beams back, damaging Kiryu further. King Ghidorah wraps himself around Kiryu and begins crushing him again. G-Force decides to fire the Absolute Zero cannon. Kiryu fires his missiles again and pushes King Ghidorah away. Kiryu gets his Absolute Zero cannon ready and gets closer to King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah gets closer to Kiryu and tries wrapping himself around again. Kiryu fires the Absolute Zero cannon, causing a huge explosion. Both Kiryu and King Ghidorah are destroyed. The Keloqs take the remnants of Kiryu and King Ghidorah's corpse and begin creating the cyborg monster Mecha King Ghidorah. With their superior alien technology, Mecha King Ghidorah will be constructed in no time. After arriving on Earth, Space Godzilla lands in Los Angeles. His crystals rise from the ground as he fires his corona beam everywhere. Buildings explode as people flee for their lives. Gigan flies over London, raining down his space beam. Skyscrapers fall to the ground as Gigan lays waste to the area. After obliterating London, the Keloqs order him to attack Monster Island next. Gigan arrives near Monster Island and circles the island. Gigan fires his laser repeatedly, which begins to set the island on fire. As Gigan flies around the island, he is hit by Godzilla's atomic breath. Gigan falls to the ground. Godzilla leads Mothra, Rodan, and Baragon to attack. Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and Baragon fight with Gigan for a bit and easily beat him down. Gigan, critically injured, attempts to get away but is killed after Godzilla spams him with his atomic breath. Having saved the island, Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and Baragon roar in victory. The monsters head out to figure out what's going on. Back at the Keloq mothership, the aliens plot their revenge on humanity for the deaths of King Ghidorah and Gigan. The Keloqs revise their plans and decide to lure the monsters to Japan and trap them in Space Godzilla's crystals until Mecha King Ghidorah arrives. They decide to send Space Godzilla to Japan and destroy G-Force headquarters in an attempt to gain the attention of the monsters. The Keloqs rush to finish Mecha King Ghidorah before Christmas so they can ruin the humans' holiday. Meanwhile, Space Godzilla arrives in Osaka and flies over the city. Explosions go off everywhere. Space Godzilla lands and begins firing his corona beam at buildings. People flee for their lives as Space Godzilla pillages Osaka. Thanks to their superior alien technology, the Keloqs have finished their work on the cyborg monster Mecha King Ghidorah just in time for their Christmas attack. Thrilled, the Keloqs waste no time and unleash Mecha King Ghidorah and instruct him to destroy Tokyo. Space Godzilla battles with Mothra and Godzilla in Nagoya, firing his corona beam everywhere. Buildings collapse as Space Godzilla's crystals rise up from underground. During their battle, Space Godzilla is instructed to destroy Tokyo. Space Godzilla uses his telepathy to throw Godzilla and Mothra into a building. Space Godzilla heads out to Tokyo. As Mothra and Godzilla regain themselves, they watch Space Godzilla fly off. Knowing they need backup, Mothra heads out to Rodan and Baragon. Godzilla heads out into the Japanese countryside as he makes his way to Tokyo to fight Space Godzilla. Mecha King Ghidorah and Space Godzilla arrive in Tokyo and immediately begin laying waste to everything in sight. G-Force sends out the Super X, but it is useless against such powerful kaiju. Mecha King Ghidorah easily destroys the Super X with his upgraded gravity beams. Space Godzilla's crystals explode through the streets as they rise from underground. Mecha King Ghidorah flies in the distance, destroying skyscrapers with his gravity beams. Eventually, Godzilla arrives in Tokyo and challenges Space Godzilla and Mecha King Ghidorah. Mecha King Ghidorah fires his gravity beams at Godzilla. Godzilla fires his atomic breath back. The battle is on, and Godzilla tries to pull Mecha King Ghidorah out of the sky by his feet. Space Godzilla fires his corona beam at Godzilla, stopping him. Godzilla gets ready for a tough fight. Mecha King Ghidorah fires his gravity beams at Godzilla again. Godzilla falls to the ground in pain. Space Godzilla watches with glee. Mecha King Ghidorah begins jumping up and down on Godzilla, injuring him further. As Mecha King Ghidorah continuously stomps Godzilla into the street, Mothra, Rodan, and Baragon arrive. Mothra knocks Mecha King Ghidorah down, and Rodan flies over Space Godzilla, hitting him with the spikes on his chest. Baragon charges Mecha King Ghidorah and tries stabbing him with his horn. Godzilla gets up and fires his atomic breath. Space Godzilla and Mecha King Ghidorah regain themselves and get ready to fight. Mothra uses her scales attack on Space Godzilla, subduing him while Baragon burrows underground, destroying Space Godzilla's crystals. Rodan and Godzilla take on Mecha King Ghidorah. Rodan flies around Mecha King Ghidorah, confusing his three heads. Godzilla fires his atomic breath, injuring his mechanical third head. Rodan circles Mecha King Ghidorah. Mecha King Ghidorah fires his gravity beams, but accidentally cuts off one of his own heads. Godzilla fires his atomic breath at Mecha King Ghidorah's chest, chest and then charges him. Godzilla pushes Mecha King Ghidorah down to the ground. Space Godzilla fires his Corona Beam at Mothra, sending her down to the ground. Baragon burrows underground and pops back up underneath Space Godzilla, sending him falling to the ground. Godzilla closes in on Space Godzilla and spams him with his atomic breath. Mecha King Ghidorah fires his gravity beams at Godzilla, stunning him. Space Godzilla gets back up and throws a building at Godzilla. Rodan knocks Mecha King Ghidorah down to the ground and Baragon bites on Ghidorah's tail. Godzilla regains himself and he and Mothra attack Space Godzilla. Mothra weakens Space Godzilla with her scales attack and Godzilla fires his atomic breath again. Space Godzilla, critically injured, flees back into space, leaving Mecha King Ghidorah behind. Mecha King Ghidorah gets back up and fires his gravity beams furiously, sending all the monsters back. Once finished, Godzilla charges Mecha King Ghidorah and knocks him down to the ground. Rodan pecks at Ghidorah. Baragon draws blood with his teeth. Mecha King Ghidorah flings back up and fires his capture cables. Godzilla gets tangled up in the capture cables and Mecha King Ghidorah begins to fly out of the city. Over Tokyo Bay, Godzilla fires his atomic breath, causing Mecha King Ghidorah to crash into the ocean to his death. Godzilla manages to free himself and rises out of the water. Godzilla roars triumphantly. Mothra, Rodan, Baragon, and Godzilla head back to Monster Island. While the city is destroyed, the Earth rejoices and celebrates this Christmas miracle. With Christmas saved, snow begins to fall and lightly cover the island as the monsters celebrate their victory. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoy the holiday season. To those who celebrate, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I am so excited for next year and what this channel will do. Thank you so much for the support. The channel will be 2 years old in January and I think we will hit 1,000 subs next year for sure. See you in the next one, G-fans.